to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 259 of Wooderson Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg, and I'm joined in person, outside, still at a table, by who the fuck is this?
It's obviously Joe Jackson.
Obviously, Joe Jackson of Jacksonville. This is episode 259. We're celebrating 10 years of Wooderson Guys. We're out and about. We're not in a kitchen. We're not over Teams or Skype. We're sat around a table in a beer garden.
It's beautiful. It's a lovely day.
At 12:30, it's lovely. How is oneself?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm not enjoying this pint in the slightest.
No.
But, I'm not letting it dampen my spirits.
No, you're sitting very far away from the mic too.
What can I say?
Fantastic.
I'm sure it's picking me up. It's all right. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I've had a nice big McDonald's breakfast this morning.
Lovely.
I really wanted the Wendy's, but they stopped at 10:30. I just missed it. Just missed it. So
Oh yeah, because McDonald's is 11, right?
yeah, I went into McDonald's. It's all full gravy, but it was
there's
all right.
gravy now.
Yeah, there should be. How do you feel about this? I was watching one of Indiana's. We're in Indiana watching her Walk with Tim YouTuber. And no, we weren't watching someone else. Gary Eats, it's called. And he went to. There was an
Like your
offer.
brother.
Yeah, there was an offer where you could go to the. Where'd you go for the carvery? Toby Carvery. You could go there for breakfast buffet, and they were running a deal where you only paid $4.99 for unlimited breakfast buffet.
That's good.
And they had all the what you would expect to be there: bacon, eggs,
Yeah, yeah,
sausage, black pudding, all different kinds of eggs, Yorkshire puddings as well.
Oh, that's good.
And
With a breakfast.
Yeah, Yorkshire puddings were out.
Yeah.
And you could go to the other table and still use gravy as well.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And I was like, wow, I've never
Gravy
thought
and
about
Yorkshires,
a
yeah.
Yorkshire pudding with your breakfast.
Well, I mean,
How do you feel about that?
I'm fully on board.
Yeah,
with
me
that.
too.
I'll disregard half of the breakfast items just so I could have Yorkshire puddings and gravy in it. That's fucking great. Because I used to think that like chips was like was not a particular item that you wouldn't really like consider a breakfast.
Yeah, I'm
But,
not a
I
mass-
did enjoy chips with a
I
breakfast.
do have chips. Obviously, go for my fry up every Saturday with Indiana after a swimming lesson, and I've kind of started moving away from the chips a bit. It's almost a bit much. So Indiana would
Fair.
never finish them, but now she orders a sausage and baked beans. But they nicely, for no extra charge, because they're very nice to us, they put a little handful of chips on there for Indiana.
Beautiful.
So she'll eat those, and sometimes I'll finish them.
I'd take Yorkshire puddings over gravy. No,
Over gravy?
sorry.
No, that's not right. That's not
Gravy
right.
Gravy over Yorkshire puddings is actually
Gravy over Yorkshire puddings is how it goes.
Over chips, I'd definitely consider, because you can. There's so like it's like a little plate. You can
Yeah.
put scrambled eggs inside.
Oh
it.
yeah, scrambled eggs in a Yorkshire pudding.
Or you could do like a nice little rim of bacon.
Rim of
like
bacon.
like a rim of bacon.
Good
and
old
then,
rim.
And then egg inside. Like endless opportunities.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be good.
Right, well, next time I do a fry up, I might cook some Yorkshire
Yorkshire
puddings
puddings.
as well.
Nice.
Throw it in the mix.
I went to a Toby Carvery, but it was.
I went not long ago for a carvery.
Oh really?
Yeah, with the family.
Ours was about a year ago. It was meeting up with Becca's.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Becca's dad and her sister and her partner
Yeah.
came along and stuff like that. And it was a nice day, but it was like the Toby Carvery is literally right next to a traveller's site.
Right.
So there was a load of fucking travellers in there, and
Of
it was
course.
just fucking chaos, man.
Yeah.
But food was good.
Yeah. I went to one recently where they had a big one, a bit of everything. It was good. I was very full afterwards. I didn't go up for any more. I was wiped.
Yeah, no, one plate was enough for me, but mainly because all the travellers were just cutting in.
Yeah,
causing
fair
fucking
enough.
shit, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I
can't
remember
be
you
arsed to
saying
go
now.
through this
Yeah,
more than once.
causing trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking earlier about we were meeting up here to record. So obviously 10 years ago when we first recorded, I was trying to think of our setup at your house where we had I'd bring over the laptop, the mixing desk, all the cables, the two
Yeah.
mics, the two mic stands.
It was a lot. There was a big
the
duffel
laptop.
bag.
It'd
Wasn't
be,
it-
it'd be all the it'd be all the stuff we'd use to record dice rollers.
But
Essentially.
hang on, wasn't it? No, that's when you bought it over and it stayed at mine.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
when we first recorded, I remember I bought all that stuff. Like, that's all we had. I brought over to your house when we recorded for those
Yeah.
2 days in a row. And I just thinking of all the equipment I had, and now here we are 10 years later, and we're sat in a beer garden with just a little mic propped on the table.
Little mic, that's it. It's
Fucking
how times have changed.
advanced.
I do, because I remember moving when I moved out of my parents' house and moved in with Kaz, and I had like I'm pretty sure I had the bag of stuff.
Right,
Or maybe it
I
was-
think you
no,
might have by then.
No, I think it was when I moved in. It was just like, can we just leave this here? So
Yeah,
you can record all the
for
time.
sure, because I was bringing it back and forth all
Yeah,
the time.
that's
Yeah.
it. And it was like, it's a big
And
fucking
I was
duffel
living
bag.
with,
You
I
look
was,
like you're in Columbine.
yeah, I was
like,
living with Lizzie's parents at the time, so I wasn't really able to record there and use it. So we only
It
were
made-
ever
it made more
recording at
sense.
yours.
Yeah.
So I was just bringing it back to bring again.
But yeah, we were set up on the table in my house, on the dinner table, all fucking spread out. And that was operations. For about 3 days, wasn't it?
And now here, just pop it on a table.
Just it, done.
Randomly,
Easy.
Kaz popped up in my dream last night. I can't remember
Really?
what it was. She just popped up and started telling me something, and I was like, "All right, cheers for that."
Yeah, just
And then I can't remember what it was, but it popped in my
like those instruction moments in a game where you do
someone
something and it
pops up.
and it's like press B.
like the little helpful paperclip on your
Yeah.
computers. No, but it did make me think. I was like, right, I really need to get booked in for another tattoo. I think that's what she was even asking me.
Is it?
So I've got a big old list in my head, and I need to go back and get booked in for something.
What are you contemplating?
Oh, I've got a few. I want to get. There's loads I want. I won't bore you with the whole list, but I definitely, just from the Star Wars book, I do want to get the R5 droid. I've got loads of at home. I do want to get a little one on my arm. I want to get. A Lego Rose on my chest somewhere.
Okay.
I want to get the Mothra, the big butterfly from Godzilla. I want her, but I'm actually contemplating going a bit prison and getting her on the back of my hand.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know.
hand one, eh?
I've been thinking about it.
Ah.
I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll think on that one a little bit longer before I fully commit.
I mean, hand is a big.
Yeah,
move.
it
It's
is
a big
it is a big step, but it's not as frowned upon as it used to be.
step. No, it's true.
It's pretty common now. Like,
Yeah, you do see tattoos.
but I've got a few on my mind that I do want to get done. So I need to get back in the chair and be able to afford it. I should have asked for vouchers for Christmas on my birthday. The last couple of years I've really struggled with what to ask people for. I should have just asked for the tattoo vouchers.
There you go.
Keep it simple. But yeah, get back in the chair, get buzzed up again. Kaz popped up in my dream and just made me think about that.
Nice.
That I need to get a tattoo. Also, I've been on a bit of a dice rollers kick of late, like old dice rollers.
Yeah.
I listened to your.
Like,
I listened
new
to.
transmission.
I listened to your track. Being honest, this morning actually on the way to come.
Yeah.
That track's fucking awesome. I forgot how good that track. Your flow's so good on that.
I put the effort in for that one.
Yeah, you did.
That was. I mean, again, I was living on my own, and if I wasn't smoking weed or playing Xbox, I was listening to music and writing stuff. So it was. I had plenty of time to figure out. I mean, it's a long fucking song, man.
It's good though, and because it got me, because I was looking randomly on YouTube this morning. I think some electronic playlist was playing, and it kicked up the ride from Dice Rollers. And then I was like, I'm going to go, because I've got two YouTube channels for some reason. One's Greg Armstrong, one's Dice Rollers, and the Dice Rollers are spread across both for some reason. So I went to the other one, and it was all like our old live stuff on there and all that.
Various.
And then I saw Why You Stressing had just recently turned 11 years old.
I saw that.
And I was like, 11 years old,
God damn.
And I was like, fuck, man. And I was like, imagine if we re-recorded this and then remade this this because I watched the whole video.
The difference.
Yeah,
would be,
and I was like, you know what? There's more than ever, this song seems more relevant at the moment.
Yeah, no, fair.
Even just listening to the lyrics, I'm just like, fuck, man, this song sounds so fucking relevant still.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
it's definitely got some longevity to it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm curious to know what that would sound like if we re-recorded that and then remade that video, because the video is fucking funny.
The unfortunate thing about Why You're Stressing now is that every time I hear it or anything, I can only think of the time where we did it live and I
did my verse.
I did your verse instead of mine.
But that was funny. That was
funny. It was good, but it was just like.
What was funny about that is we had played that song so many times live. It was like everyone in the crowd also knew you were doing my verse.
Yeah. Everyone was just like, no, that's not right. Hang on. And then so I skipped an entire verse of mine, and we should have done it so you did my verse.
Yeah, but I didn't. I just did my verse again. So I didn't know if I had the confidence to do your verse, so I just did mine. So you did the verse, and I did mine straight afterwards. I was like, here we go again.
Yeah. I always got being honest. caused way too much fucking
It did cause a lot of outside drama, yeah.
Outside fucking drama.
That's what happens when you're honest.
That's what happens when you're honest, man. I wasn't allowed to play that shit.
Did you do that song live?
No, I wasn't.
Oh yeah, no, you were asked not to, weren't you?
I was asked not to. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that
and
was
to be fair, what would I have done for those 5 minutes?
there is. I mean, to be fair, that was.
There's not much I could even jump in on then.
We were doing a gig, and Fran came up to us and was just like, "Don't do that song." And I was just like, I played dumb, and I was like, "What song?" And they were just like, and you just immediately were just like, "Well, we're not doing it. What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
So
And the funny thing is, if we were doing it, there's no way we'd be able to take it out.
Yep.
Because it already would.
The
track
okay,
would already be locked in.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to perform this. So
Yeah. We just sit down. I read
do
a poem.
a 5-minute podcast.
Just read. Yeah. We just like. Just enjoy the beat. So we can't actually do this track, but it is going to play still. So
we're just gonna talk over it.
We're just gonna stand here and talk over it. Maybe say why we can't play it. Who's this song pissed off?
multiple times. I got pressed by one of the bouncers because of that song.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I got taken outside and talked to.
Yeah.
And the entire time I was just like, it wasn't like there was like an element of threat to that conversation.
Yeah.
Like he had his hand on my shoulder, like and was giving me a talking to, and I was just like.
And this is all because somebody you were seeing at the time thought the song was entirely aimed at them.
Yeah.
When let's be honest, most of that song you're talking about when your dad passed away. So
it's about
it's a lot of things in
shit.
there.
It is a lot of shit that I hadn't talked about or written down or grieved about. It's generally about I was not in a particularly fun place at the time, dealing with fucking grief. Yeah. And apparently it was about someone else. Yeah. And obviously everyone listened to her and that
heard
was
what they wanted to hear, and that was it.
The bouncer thing was fucking ridiculous because I let him make his speech that he practiced, and afterwards I was just like, I'm not even performing tonight, and he was like, oh well, you're not. And I was like, yeah, why are we having this conversation? And he was just like, oh, I don't know, women, innit?
Because you're here.
I was like, cool, man, yeah, don't talk to me again. Like, don't drag me away from my fucking pint and pool game for this fucking bullshit. So yeah, fun times.
Ed's heading down. He's going to join us for a beer, so we'll drag him on here for a little conversation.
That's it.
And then we'll see where we end up. But we don't fill the whole podcast just yet, because we're only on our first beer.
That's it, and I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah, so Joe's not enjoying it, as you can tell. Go. We're back in a minute, hopefully with Ed. As promised, Ed has joined us. Ed hasn't been on the podcast since, God, your flat, the Book of Death episode.
Oh, the Book of Death, yeah, that's
How long ago was that?
It was that, or was it the elevator one?
That's easily 6 years ago.
I don't really remember anything before COVID now.
It was way before then.
That's like a timestamp, isn't it? Like,
my last memory, pretty much, oldest memory, is when COVID started and that guy came with the violin and played outside that clock tower by the old flat.
Oh,
while everyone was queuing up to get in the Waitrose.
So,
fucking mental.
So the Book of Death with Ed was episode 65. We're on episode 259 now, and that was in 2017.
That's so long ago. He must have been like one of the last guests we had on, I think.
But there was another one, wasn't there?
No, he came to the flat.
There was. Oh, there you go. Episode 251. Oh, no, that was us. Oh, here we go. Episode 108. Why don't you set fire to yourself anymore with Ed Wooderson? that was 2019. So we're 6 years.
A question that remains unanswered.
Pre-COVID life.
We're 6 years since that.
And look what's happened. You got a kid now.
Oh, it's mental. It's been a wild
growth.
It's
been a time.
Oh, there's been no growth.
When I went to get my drink just then, this older couple got to the bar just before I did, and there was one barman. I was like, "Fuck!" So I waited, and he walked in and went, "Can I try this one?" So they pulled him a sample, and he was like, "No, not that one. Can I try this one?" They pulled him another one, and he was like, "Oh no, don't like that." Okay, put it down. Thank you, and they turned and walked off.
Really?
Yeah, they walked out. They walked out. And as they walked out, I heard the guy say to his missus, "That was disgusting."
Your first pint was shit, right?
It was not good.
Was that to switch to fucking bottled booze?
Yeah, it's, reliable.
Which is fine for cider, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I had this random news story here which I was going to bring up, which I thought was quite funny. What's Ed found? Tobacco.
Tobacco, dude.
Is it?
From when you rolled a cigarette.
It's fucking green. Is that not fucking green?
That looks like tobacco to me.
There's some mild You've been putting the crumbs in your packet.
I don't know.
I mean,
Seriously,
that's a dangerous game.
I have fallen for that before, and I've done it at work by mistake.
That was when you were a COVID inspector, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've done it again by mistake as well.
I forgot you were a fucking.
I wasn't a COVID inspector.
Not an inspector, but like, I don't know. I didn't know what the
Tester.
term. I didn't know
Seize
what-
him. Does he have COVID?
I was like the bloody Nazis, going around and
Halt! COVID inspector.
I was like one of the really camp ones with a leather glove, like from a lower lower.
Stop.
We have ways of making you test.
This is the new anus test.
We have ways of making you COVID.
Do you have German fans?
Oh yeah, there's listeners in Germany, so apologies.
Guten
And to
Abend.
Maren, apologies if we just made an inappropriate joke there.
Oh, what have we been doing for the last 10 years?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This is one that you enjoyed, Joe, and Ed put in weird. So, psychic medium Sarah Fleming has claimed that when she's on a night out, voices of the dead speak and demand she down her drink immediately and go bar hopping, so she can deliver as many messages as possible from beyond the grave.
So she's just haunted by an alcoholic. Really.
She says,
It's
if
sort
I tried to ignore it, the voice would say the same thing or get louder and louder or to be persistent. I would never tell my friends why I wanted to go to a particular bar. I would say, look guys, I don't want to go here. Should we go to this next place because I had this compulsion to go there? Once I got there, I realised why when I bumped into someone I had something to tell. It's been a mixed response when I get approached by strangers, when I approach strangers. Sometimes they were taken aback, and sometimes I did scare people, but it's a very well response in the majority of cases. Sarah says she doesn't find chatting to the spirits of the dead too frightening, but admitted it was sometimes overwhelming. So she gets smashed on nights out because the spirits demand she go to certain bars, down her drink, move on to the next one, so she can go around finding strangers to pass on messages from beyond the grave.
I mean,
that sounds like a lot of stress.
I bet
It's
she
the
samples
drunkest-
every drink in there and all.
Yeah. Those kind of spirits, yeah.
Me thinks
Can
she's an
I
alcoholic.
try?
What
Can I
was,
try
the
the
name,
gin?
what was the name of the one we kept talking about before?
Amethyst or something?
Amethyst something.
Anthracite or something?
Amethyst stone or something. her name was,
Yeah.
like-
She was the no, wasn't she the one that like,
She was on
married
the
the
small.
tree?
She was on the small. No, she married.
Oh no, she married a ghost.
She married the pirate ghost,
Yeah,
didn't
that's
she?
right.
She married the ghost
Yeah.
of a pirate, and then he cheated on her or something. Like she married two ghosts.
I think he was spending too much time with his friends.
She split up with one ghost and then married who actually was a legitimate pirate ghost. Like he was an really old pirate ghost. And she
In
married
mental
him.
illness, great.
Right. She literally was on this morning with this one, wasn't she? She
was.
went on this morning about
was.
it. Like about her ghost husband, and I think they split up. Like I swear he cheated on her or something. They did end up splitting up. How the hell did you split up with a ghost?
This is all normal to me now because I live next to the asylum.
That's true.
I don't know,
That's true.
what's the politically correct term?
No, I can say
The mental
No,
health
asylum.
hospital.
Asylum.
mental
right.
health institution. No, I don't know.
Men-
Institution.
no,
It is. No, an
Institution ain't
asylum.
right.
Asylum is
Hospital.
is a like,
Yeah,
it's got a
yeah,
negative
mental
connotation
health
to it, but
hospital.
like an asylum
I like
is a
it,
place
asylum,
of like
yeah.
a place of comfort.
I'd like to
Funny
spend some
enough, I
time
saw
in the asylum.
Batman Arkham City was 10 years ago yesterday.
Really?
Since it came out, yeah.
Yeah.
Great
So
game.
Asylum must be even
Good
older.
fun game, that.
That's what I think. I just think of Batman whenever I hear the name Asylum.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
no, that's
cool.
fair.
But it probably is mental health hospital.
I'm thinking, yeah, it must be a mental health hospital, yeah.
Well, are you saying that the
All it says on the sign
the
is
villains-
Tolworth Hospital, not an A&E.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
That's the politically correct term.
the A doesn't stand for asylum?
yeah. Not asylum. I know.
Not asylum and emergency.
I know a couple of
It is
these.
interesting living there though. The screaming's a bit much, but
Do you hear a lot of it? I mean, I've
there's,
never heard
there's
it.
moments. Yeah, I've heard.
Is it like
someone's
a-
trying
like a
to
roost-
kill me, and because
Oh,
we're right
right.
next to one of the wards, it's opposite the
I'm
road.
just picturing in like the Sarah
It
Connor
is
being
like
escaped from Terminator
it
2
is
in there.
wildly
I
close
don't
to the
think I've
road.
seen- I told
like-
Greg this the other day, but they take them out for walks now. The patients, so the
Super.
staff will take them out for a walk, get some fresh air. I guess it's good for your mental health. Apparently,
It is, yes, I heard
50
that.
steps
Yeah, a
a
bit of a
day.
walk,
I heard
You
that.
know, keeps the mental health away. and he comes
Just
out with the
50.
guy, and the nurse is on his phone, and the guy is just walking like that, and he's got his head down, and then he just. I'm talking to the postwoman getting our delivery, and he's like, "Ah!" and the guy jumped out of his skin, man. Like his
The guy
phone
walking with
the
him?
guy, the nurse,
Yeah.
and then he just looked at him and went, "Don't do that again." I didn't jump. The postwoman jumped,
Jeez.
but I hope he gets better.
I understand that.
Oh yeah, speedy recovery. I know some people that have had some time in there.
There's a guy that always walks past my work, and he's always got headphones on, and he just sort of shouts, but it's like, it's not
Is he
just
singing?
He's not even singing, but it's very clearly that he assumes the position of hype man for this song that he's listening to, because he'll just be going down the street going, "Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about."
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's actually listening to like wrestling or something.
He's just listening to Ric Flair's fucking entrance music.
His best bits.
All his fucking promos.
Getting himself.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
I heard Hulk Hogan was in hospital. I don't know if that's true.
I heard Hulk Hogan's a massive racist, so
Oh, yeah,
there's
that
also
as well.
that. He
Are they all at this point?
so
Even racists can go to hospital. though.
Netflix. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Netflix obviously had.
Even racists deserve healthcare.
So
They can get
obviously
healthcare.
Netflix bought like the WWE and it's now all on there and stuff. I've had a great time going back to like the 2000s and seeing like pay-per-views that I remember that were on like Channel 4 and stuff like that. But because of the moment, they when the first episode of their weekly viewing went on Raw, they made a big deal of it. So they brought back like loads of fucking retro wrestlers and stuff like that. And Hulk Hogan came out and got booed the fuck out of there because he's like not got the best of fucking reputations after so many years. Like he said some pretty racist things in the past. So he
but I
got
thought
booed.
Americans
He
were
got
like
booed
that,
the fuck out of there. Like
Some Americans. were
Didn't
like
something
that.
fucking like horrific happen to his kid? His son? Didn't something really fucked happen to his son?
Did
he die or something?
Maybe I can't remember. Maybe that might be the case.
Got power slammed.
Yeah, I thought something really fucking horrendous happened to it. I could be wrong.
Might have.
Let's have a look.
Not too sure.
Hulk Hogan's son. Hulk Hogan. Oh God, I've written Higgin.
It's a different person
Let's, have a look
altogether.
at, let's look at Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Wigan.
No,
Oh,
that's not.
oh,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
what happened to Hulk Hogan's
Did
son?
see that. What did happen to Hulk Hogan's
That's not
son?
letting me click it to look. What did you just see? It's a rat
Mouse.
pack.
It's a mouse.
Oh, it's a
not-
mouse.
yeah, it's not a rat.
Oh, is it just going in and out the wall behind
He's
us?
going in that wall, yeah.
That's nice. Oh, it's a video.
That's nice.
Good for him.
Good for him. Enjoy your day, sir.
Oh,
No,
He's
no,
not
he's
racist.
fine. I guess not. He,
Racism is
Oh
no.
yeah, he had a crash, didn't he?
Or like a
Slammed by
financial one.
family. Yeah.
Slammed
No.
by family. They're the family to slam him, right?
Hulk Hogan's son Nick.
I'm
slammed
tired of your
by-
rule, but I'll put a leg on him.
Yeah.
these big pythons, brother.
Yeah, he crashed. He was in a car crash and he gave someone brain damage, I think.
Was he
Fuck.
drinking?
Yeah. he
Yeah,
did
there
lie.
you go.
Hanoi rocks all over again.
He was just 17 at the time and he did 8 months in prison. Well,
Damn.
just in again, last year, he also got done again for drink driving.
You'd think you'd learn, wouldn't you?
It's racist for
You'd
you.
think you'd learn. I remember being in a
Is he
car.
not allowed to drive?
No, actually, I remember hearing a story of a time my friend drank drive. And I
Drink
was so,
drive.
Drank drove, and I was so fucking glad I was not in that vehicle.
Oh.
Like nothing bad happened, but like it was just like he was very, very fucking pissed. It
Oh
was just
yeah,
like,
it's definitely not a good thing to
No.
do, right?
No, I have been in the car with Sardi when he was drunk before.
it's it's an extra worry that you don't fucking need. Also, same friend, we got stopped in Staines once by the police in his car, and he was fine, but the 3 people passengers were all drunk, and I was one of them. And the guy in his front seat didn't make things easy for him because he was just trying to be friends with the police in the process, and it's like, don't do that.
Just don't say anything.
And it was, I think he'd tried to beat a red light or something like that and got fucking stopped. And then, so it was all fine. He was just like, you could see that, like the guy driving was absolutely fine, but his friends were all fucking pissed. And he says, just like, I'm going to let you off with a warning, just fucking take it easy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, we will do, thanks very much. He speeds off, and we go around the corner, and the fucking passenger seat door just opens whilst we're going around the corner.
Oh shit!
And like my mate's luckily he's got his seatbelt on, but he was like half out the door, and it's just like, get out of here now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
This
let's
is
go.
like, the police don't need to pull us over a second time in so many minutes.
I
Like,
smashed my wind mirror on my car the other day.
Did you?
Car. Yeah.
oh mate,
Really bad because Indiana had the window down on her arm there, and all the glass came in. But she was okay. She was all right. We both shit ourselves. I was driving down the road round the corner with my parents, and like, it's quite a narrow road because of all the parked cars. And the car stopped to let me go, so I thanked him, and then he changed his mind and went. So I had to quickly move over, and I'm going straight, and all of a sudden I just hear smash. My wind mirror flies in, all the glass smashes in. And I was like, fuck, and I got around my parents, and I was like, I've hit a car, I need to go back and look. So I wrote down my details, walked around there with my dad. Found the car, and it was absolutely fine. My wind mirrors both in. No damage. You see the glass on the floor for mine, but also Dad was like, this car's been here for ages. All the tyres were flat.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
was
Just
like, he was like,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Like, well, in the meantime, I've got a smashed wind mirror that I need to get fixed. That's the first time I've ever done anything like that. I was like, fuck, I was so annoyed.
That's such an American cop thing to get pulled over for. Where it's like, you got a busted tail light.
Yeah.
Got a busted wing mirror, my friend. It's actually doesn't Hank in fucking Californication get pulled over in his Porsche because he's fucking got a busted out mirror?
Oh, he smashed it with someone smashed it.
He smashes it in the first fucking episode.
Yeah. Someone smashes it with a baseball bat, don't
Yeah, and he never got it fixed.
Yeah, I remember that. God, I might be watching Californication.
I could easily watch that again. It was I remembered. It was what was it? You lent me all the box sets.
Yeah.
And I fucking rinsed it. I think it was either Matt's wedding or Bullen's wedding. And the night before, I just spent it watching about 3 seasons of Californication, and I was like, it's
because they're like 25-minute episodes.
It's so easy to do, but also it's just like there's a lot of hot chicks that he bangs, so it's
a
just
lot
like
of sex in that show.
It's a lot of sex.
I love that. I think it is in the first episode where he's doing that girl. He's having sex with that woman, and then she gets on all knees and pushes her ass in the air, and she looks at him, and she's like, "Defile me." and he's like, "Right on." And then his phone rings, and it's his ex being like, "You need to get to this party now. You're drunk. Your daughter's drunk. We need to get her out."
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, I got to go." And she's like, "You kidding me?" And he's like, "Consider yourself defiled." I love being an arsehole, say something like that.
That's good.
Consider yourself
defiled. Right on.
I was watching. What was I watching? Jamie Acaster.
James Acaster.
He was on like an American chat show.
Yeah.
And they were talking to him about. He's like, "Oh, in America, you just had no King's Day." And he's like, which, I really enjoyed being part of, but, it doesn't really make, I come from a place where we have a king and...
No kings.
Yeah.
So they had a protest because Donald Trump said that he should be king.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, fuck you, dude.
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's going to he'll start a war by the end of his term. The only way he can keep power if he declares martial law in America, and then he can keep power.
Because I saw
the thing is, the reason why he
wants
to be king is because monarchies they run until the person dies. There's not like a voting system. He just wants to be king of America. Like, man, someone just shoot him already. Like, why is it? It's not that difficult. You've got guns. I don't understand why someone hasn't done it yet.
Without getting too political, and I could be wrong here. I saw that speech. What's his name? Sanders, not Sanders. What's his name?
Keir Starmer.
No, Andy. What's the guy before Sanders? The old guy over there.
Oh, Biden. Wait, what?
Not Biden.
Oh, Bernie Sanders.
He was doing the speech, and just as he's doing the speech, the crowd starts shouting out, "We're bombing! We're bombing!" And then he gets the statement from Trump handed to him, and he reads it out, and he's just like, and they're all screaming, "No more war!" And he's like, "The U.S. president cannot take us to war. Only U.S. Congress can do that."
So it's a war crime. That's a war crime.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's just like it's all of this. Like again, like I know we're not a political podcast or anything at all, but it is just so hard to watch all of this fucking shit go on and be like, why hasn't he been arrested? Why hasn't he been like?
Well, it's
I mean, he has been arrested. That's the thing.
Democracy, isn't it? Apparently, they voted for it.
It's fucked, dude. It's such a
Which is insane.
Well, this is what they do, though. It's like they fucking say anything to get in power, but as soon as they're in power, they'll go back. He said no war. He's trying not to start a war.
Bollocks.
Well, yeah,
like, he wants to be.
Start a war by bombing
he would rather. He would rather appear.
Finish them.
He wants to appear as like a peacekeeper and a saviour. That's this whole thing, isn't it?
God,
like a fucking
that.
Jesus.
Imagine that. What really gets me about these people is instead of being warmongers, they've got the power and the money to be warmongers. You've also got the power and the money to fix all the world problems.
Yeah.
And be worshipped as a fucking god.
Come on,
literally a god. If Elon Musk spent some of his money on fucking, I don't know, let's just say building wells in Africa, I'm sure they've done that already. he'd be a god, right?
Yeah.
And they'd have this big fucking fat bronze statue in fucking the Congo.
God, why is he
This guy-
built?
In the Congo.
Why is he? Yeah, but why
Just the
is he
Congo.
built like a fridge? It's so weird. Like he's got the weirdest body you've ever seen.
Oh, he's fucking crazy.
He used to be. Obviously, he did that tweet last month, didn't he? Where he's like, "Bombshell." The only reason Trump hasn't released the Epstein files is because he's in it. And it's like, oh, they've fallen out.
Yeah, they had a big old
Oh,
falling
dear.
out. It was a very public
thank God
falling
I don't
out.
have to keep
But
watching.
then, like, I think like 2 days later, I think he came out and was just like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that." Like,
I was getting really sick of seeing awkward videos of him and Trump dancing at events.
yeah.
Oh.
Just stood awkwardly next to their table and chair, moving there.
It's the fist move.
Whatever women's with Elon, he keeps giving them the look like,
It's like, this doing it for you?
look at me, look what I'm doing.
Eh?
This is a real dance.
That's why you don't dance without 3 pints in you.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we talked about the fun fair last weekend.
Oh god.
How are you feeling?
The bruise is still there. Look. It's
Oh,
gone
yeah,
down
that's
a
a rotter.
lot.
That is, I can see that. That is,
Yeah,
that is
my
a
arm's
view.
on the mend.
That
It's
was
getting
a
there.
deep bruise.
I was trying to, even though I've got a video of it, I was trying to describe the ghost train because all I kind of remember from the ghost train is blackness, doors hitting me,
And that carpet in your
a
face.
carpet in my face, which always took my hat off, and then occasionally there'll be a light flash and there'll be like a skull on the wall.
Someone screamed.
Yeah, there'll be some
Oh, it's always like,
screaming.
"Oh,
What
yeah."
got me is the guy. So it was a woman with a new baby.
With a very
Giving us the ticket.
with a very expensive
And then
pram.
when we got out, this really weedy guy that was basically dressed like me.
Yeah.
Just took this pair of gloves off, like he was winching us around.
yeah.
Man, I watched the fucking documentary. It was on the news.
I tried to watch Panorama.
Yeah,
I tried to
Panorama.
watch it before the last episode. I tried to watch it twice, but I kept falling asleep. But we read the article on it. We read the
It's
article
fucking
on
mental, and she got thrown like
She
it was
broke her
like
jaw.
one. Yeah, she got thrown into another ride.
She got
and broke
thrown
her
another
jaw.
right, yeah, 50. She said she got thrown 15 feet. She sat up and was like, "Oh, I'm okay." Oh no, wait, something doesn't feel right in my mouth.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
like,
mate,
yeah.
I wouldn't have got on that ride if you weren't there because of Greg's ring of death. Where you're protected in the bubble of death.
Yeah.
Outside that, everyone else is at risk.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
bolt would
yeah.
fly off and just get someone in the fucking forehead.
The
That's what
storm,
would
you're
happen.
fine. Everything else around me is final
But
destination.
we'll be fine, yeah.
It did make me.
It's like if we were at 9/11. We'd be like the only floor that was completely intact when it fell.
But it would
rides
be,
down.
it wouldn't,
Just
it wouldn't make,
rides down.
it wouldn't make sense because it would be like the 45th floor.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the ground one. It would be like the
Fucking-
40. Like just like how is that one?
We'd be on the roof and just clinging to the fucking area.
Yeah, just surfing down on
with
desks.
fucking Mary Poppins umbrella in your fucking hand. Like
Okay, fuck, I was with Greg.
Just wait.
Greg saved me.
Yeah.
Greg saved me from 9/11.
Well, at least I know now if I ever get a flight with certain airlines, I need to get seat 11. Was it 11A? Was it?
11A,
mate.
yeah.
Because didn't that come up that another guy who survived the plane
Yeah,
crash
that did
25
happen.
years ago was in the same seat?
Was he?
Yeah.
That's only because he's close to the exit.
Well, that is it. It's because he jumped out the exit, right? Although there's a big conspiracy that he
Tuck
wasn't
and
on the...
roll.
There's no big conspiracy. Everyone's like, how is he walking
Why?
out?
He did walk out, though.
Why
How
aren't
is-
people going to work
I know,
as
yeah.
opposed to coming out with these
Why is he
conspiracy
walking
theories?
out in a clean white t-shirt? Like...
I mean, it is fucking
the-
1:30 and we're in the pub.
To be fair, I was on the way here. I've been getting these TikTok page where he just goes around like talking about conspiracies. And today his post was about defibrillators being an act of Satanism
Why?
in public. Like I couldn't
Well, there's
listen to
like
it.
certain ones. There's
If
like
you don't know how to use it.
if you're like
Is this for me or them?
9/11 was an inside job, I'd say that's
Your
fairly
classics.
valid.
Your
Fairly
classics.
valid. Moon landing was faked. Fairly valid conspiracy theory.
For the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Lizard people, fucking
It's
like royal family. I don't know.
that's a
I don't
tough
think
one.
so. I think that's a bit more. You've got some mental health problems.
Yeah, that's
And,
there's a
I
fine
like
line.
my David Icke book that was like, you know, we have evidence, we have pictures to prove that these people exist, and you get to it and it's a drawing.
Flat Earth's the worst one, man.
Oh, have you seen
Flat
that?
Earth
You've
is
seen
the
that
worst
guy?
one,
He's
'cause it's
taking
been
that
debunked
guy's.
so many
Have you seen
times.
that guy? He's taking flat earthers to. Is it Alaska? He's taking them. He's taken them to where you.
Oh,
can
that's
see-
actually happening.
Yeah, he's been taking them there. This guy on TikTok, or on YouTube, he's been taking flat earthers there and showing them the curvature,
Yeah.
which you can see. And apparently, a lot of the ones he's taken have been like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, wow, okay.
When it's
and
like,
some of them
when
have
it's,
their hands
when
on,
it's
being
right
like,
in
fuck,
front of your
yeah.
face. But that's the whole thing about flat Earth is that it's so easy just for them to just go, nope, like I don't believe you, and it's just like cool, but like this is fact. Like
What I hate the most is that some human beings think they're that significant in the cosmos.
yeah. It's the whole thing is
the
that it's
Earth
just,
could be flat and everything else is fucking round. come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
If the fucking Earth is flat,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
fucking flat, right?
Yeah.
I saw an article the other day, and it's like scientists have finally revealed the truth that Mars was obviously bombed by another was obviously attacked by another alien race and nuclear bombed. They're equivalent. It's like, oh, okay,
The
obviously,
equivalent
yeah.
of nuclear energy.
Since Facebook and Instagram obviously lifted the whole "we don't fact check anymore," the shit appearing on there has fucking been insane.
It's wild, man.
But they are now
so
stepping
much
in.
AI.
They are now stepping in with AI stuff though.
Yeah. You have to like if you're posting AI, you have to say it's AI.
But they're going to start scrapping like people that post AI trailers and shit like that.
And then transfer money from the joint account.
So that just reminded you there. That reminds me of this AI talk. I need to transfer this just because I can.
Yeah, I mean, Flat Earth's been debunked many times. I mean, literally, Flat Earthers have debunked it by doing the laser test.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and that was
yeah,
like
yeah,
in the
yeah,
documentary and
yeah.
shit. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. It is, as Ed said, man. It's just people can't handle the fact that they are just a blip.
No, I like it though. I like
blip in existence.
to embrace yourself as like you're literally that insignificant. It's quite freeing.
Yeah,
Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I'd
We've still
rather-
got the
I'm
same
just-
problems we have down here because we.
I
actually do
know
exist,
that I'm
but-
an insignificant person.
Oh, it's
like,
great.
Like I'm significant to a very small amount of people, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I like being nothing.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Why
fucking
not
sick,
even
man.
exist at all?
So much less stress. Great stuff.
It's easier not to exist. Right, time is now fucking hell 20 to 3.
What have we been doing?
Yeah. We've moved on to the gazebo. Now the gazebo is Sam Smith pub, not the singer. Samuel Smith is the name of it, isn't it? There's a few of them kicking around London. Now this always used to be the pub you went to for the cheaper drink, right? There's no brands in here. It's all their own.
Yeah, that's right. It's non-branded.
Yeah.
Beers, ciders, alcohol.
Used to always be the cheaper option. My pint was £6.20. I've not been to one of these for ages, and that blew my mind. And I was so shocked. And I'm obviously paying for the head because the head's like almost double the fucking height of.
Mr. Whippy.
Yeah, it's insane. And you got a bourbon and coke.
I got a bourbon and coke. It was £8.70.
Fucking hell,
I
man.
feel like I've
That's
just,
mad, isn't it?
I feel like I've genuinely just been slapped in the face.
That's mad. That is
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's lovely, but fucking hell.
Yeah, that is mad. I'm hoping the wind's not causing too much of an issue here. It's a bit of a breeze. I have got the popper to put on this, but it's very
make it
attention attracting.
Gotta make it pop.
Gonna make it pop.
Otherwise it's just not sexy.
So yeah, that has generally shocked me. Oh, there's a little gate there. Hello.
I have various memories of like, so when I worked at Jessop's when I was like, 18.
Yes.
From the age of 18 to 25, I worked for Jessop's, and this was definitely one of the haunts that we would come to because it was cheap.
Same in
And
Natjacks, yeah.
everyone liked to have a drink. Like,
Same in
and also,
Natjacks would come
the
here.
Bishop next door as well.
That was always a more expensive pub to me.
Yeah. That was. I definitely sat in there once. My boss gave me a bottle of whiskey because our delivery guy went sick and I took over, and it was Christmas time.
Right.
And it was crazy deliveries, but I kept it all under control.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, "Look, thanks for taking on this." I was like, "It's fine. I've been out here and away from the shop floor listening to heavy metal.
Yeah,
for like 2 weeks. This has been the best 2 weeks of my life."
Awesome.
And he got me a bottle of whiskey, and then we all went out for drinks after work, and I was just buying cokes and just pouring my whiskey
Oh
into it.
yeah.
Got fucking wrecked. Like, absolutely fucking wrecked. And I feel like other things happened that night, but I can't remember them.
Other things happened that night.
Things occurred. But yeah, we used to definitely come here, and it's a nice outdoor bit. It's like, and it's right by the river. It's a decent area, but fucking £8.70 for a whiskey and coke.
The only other Samuel Smith pub I pop into is that one in London. By
Carnaby Street.
no, the one by Leicester Square. It's literally when you walk from Waterloo to like Covent Garden, you pass it. It's quite a big one.
Yeah.
I swear we've been there before. I've popped in there a few times, and whenever I'm out of town, I have popped in there before. Yeah, we've definitely been there before, me and you. But I remember one of the biggest sessions I had in there was when I went with Chris White before we went to go see Doomtree.
Oh yeah.
And we met in town,
I remember.
and we got fucking smashed in that pub,
I remember
man.
him sending messages about that gig, and I got so confused because all he said was, "Are you guys going to Doom?" And I thought MF Doom was playing.
Oh right, yeah. Oh man, we got so. I remember almost being so drunk I didn't think I was going to make the gig.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that gig, and I was just like, I don't understand how you freestyled later in the evening.
Oh yeah, with Dessa and fucking Sims. Yeah. I met all of them. It was sick. God, I wish they'd released a new album since then. There hasn't been a new album since that album.
Really?
No.
Fucking hell.
No. Well, but I suppose all the POS shit happened and like.
What happened
But
to POS?
it was a weird thing, wasn't it? He got like outed for being a dick to loads of women or something. I don't know what he did. And
that'll do it.
he's been
That will
solo
do it.
since. Like, but I do, because funny enough, I had an old playlist on shuffle the other day, and the Benz came on, which starts like
Oh, yeah.
It has a
Great,
really
really
good,
great.
it's a really good fucking track, like, and it just made me fall back into that album again. And since then, I've kind of added loads more Doomtree to my other playlist, my driving playlist. So I've been really getting into them again. Just been like, man, why are they not releasing any new fucking music, man? But that gig was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was such a good fucking gig, man. Whenever that comes up on my Facebook memories, there's so many videos from that gig. It's one of the ones I will sit and watch them all again. It's just so fucking good, man.
I always enjoyed going to see Logic with you.
That was awesome.
And the great thing about that was it was like this was before he like released his debut album on Def Jam.
And
so
now
he
he's
was
just releasing his film, which Kevin Smith produced.
I can't.
I like the trailer. It's good. I will see it.
It's an interesting.
I like
concept.
he's palled up. He's buddied up with Kevin Smith. He's basically made
of course
Clerks.
he would.
He's basically made Clerks, but in
A record store.
He's
Made
and I'm for it.
He's
fuck
made
it.
Empire Records. Basically.
If Kevin Smith can go ahead and remake Clerks in a fucking drive-through fucking chicken place, then Moonbees are his, and he can fucking do that. And plus Kevin Smith produced it, and the trailer I thought was really pretty solid.
Yeah.
Good on him. Good on him. I might not have liked him as much as I used to. Actually, the other week, because I've been listening to old Dice Roller stuff, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I actually went back to a lot of his older stuff on SoundCloud. Some of it's still there.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to like Mind of Logic, and the old fucking
Young Sinatra.
Young Sinatra, the first.
Great mixtape.
Like it's awesome.
really,
It's
really,
really fucking good.
great.
Really good.
This was.
I wish that shit was on Spotify. I know it can't because all the samples and shit.
Yeah,
But
that's the unfortunate side of it, isn't it? I think one of them's on there, but I think it's the last Young Sinatra.
yeah.
he did.
No, I didn't know that way. He released that as an album, didn't he? Though that one.
Yeah. I think it was. They were great because that was like peak Dice Roller time. And basically, any time that I came over to your place, you would be like, before we start recording, I've got to show you this guy that I found on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there was so many like people that I can't fucking man. Who was the geezer?
It was on Q and Logic. Was a lot of it
Who was that? Who did that? Phil Tool
on Q.
on Q.
Yeah, so we're just saying
That was
on
the
Q.
other- On Q was another great one.
I still listen to a lot of On Q, not so much his new, although he has released new stuff because he went a bit R&B for a while. But
Yeah.
I think he's kind of come out
You
that
could
now.
you could kind of guess that from his.
But he was fucking young, man. When he did that album
Early
with
20s.
Phil Tool, he was a young fucking kid, man. He was literally a kid. And that album's so fucking deep. It has all those fucking cool samples on it. That fucking album, I wish, is it called
That
Not
was
Enough? Is it called?
that was snapback rap.
Yeah.
That was what that was being called at the time.
Yeah.
Or backpack. 'cause
Yeah,
everyone was just
backpack rap. Yeah.
backpack rap or
But
snapback rap.
that album's fucking great.
Oh.
Really fucking good album. There was that Phil Collins
Quality.
sample one on there. Like, oh man.
Really, really good.
Really good. And actually, when he released his first actual album, I think it was called Angry Young Man. Solid, really good album. Then he started getting a bit like auto-tuney and kind of going the way that I didn't like the way hip-hop was going.
Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it?
But up until his first album, just, really good.
Yeah.
Really solid. He got very fashiony as well.
How it goes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a guy I like at the moment called Marlon Craft.
Oh, yeah.
And he's from New York, and he's done some bits. He's not like massive, but he's very much keeping it with the New York rap sound. And he's got he's had some good features. He's got a Method Man on a track, but recently he's been doing live shows with a full band.
Right.
And he's fucking great, man. He's
love
really,
that.
really good. One of the songs I do like by him is called Hans Zimmer, which uses
I think I've heard that
Hans
track.
Zimmer. Yeah, I definitely sent it to you.
Yeah.
He uses like a Hans Zimmer sample
Yes.
but it's not even like a whole fucking song that he's sampling. It is literally just a sound. It is just like wham, and it's either from like June or something. But I do enjoy him. I think he's like the nearest thing to that kind of era of rap that I've enjoyed.
Who was the rapper that did Keystone State of Mind? But that was a great fucking mixtape.
That was
and
really
he
good.
used another one afterwards that only was still good, but not as good.
I wanna
and
say
it's just
Trayvon?
disappeared since then.
I want to say.
Or maybe it hasn't disappeared. Just disappeared from my life, in general.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I wanna. There was another guy called Luke Christopher.
remember that name?
Who, he did a song with Asher Roth.
Yes.
When no one really gave a shit. About
I did a bunch of Asher Roth to my playlist recently.
Yeah. He's
Grind I threw on there.
Grind
Tangerine Girl, like One Finger in the Air, like that one's on there as well. That album is great.
Last Man Standing.
That's a good fucking album.
Yeah, that was it. Retro Hash.
Yeah, such a good album.
It's really good. I liked his. He did the mixtape he brought out, which was
the one with Summertime on it.
He released Summertime, but I don't think it was on that mixtape.
Right.
He released a mixtape called Pabst and Jazz.
Yes, that was awesome.
Pabst,
that was good.
Yes, it was the first.
In the Kitchen was a track on there, right? Yeah, that was sick.
There was a song he had, and it was the first time I heard Action Bronson.
Right. Okay.
And that's how I got into Action Bronson. I remember again. I said it to you earlier when we were talking about backers off camera, off microphone.
Yes.
And one of the guys that I worked with, I sort of said, I like a lot of hip hop, and this is when I was like building the confidence to tell people that I rapped.
Yeah.
I remember being in the Slug and Lettuce and playing a girl who was like a singer. And playing her while you're stressing, and even she was into it because she started like harmonising with the choruses and stuff. And I was like, "Oh shit, she might be fun to like work with." And I was speaking to this guy about rap, and he was just like, "So what are you into, Action Bronson?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was, "How could you tell?" It was just like,
"You're white."
You're white. And I was like, "Yeah, no, fair. All right, fair enough."
Was he white?
He wasn't. No, he was half. He was diluted.
Oh Jesus! I don't know if you can say that, Joe. I don't know if you can say that.
I did. That was.
You did.
I said that to who did I? That was Jesus Christ. Names.
Jesus Christ is a name.
Jesus Christ is a name.
That is a name. Remember that name enough.
That's not who I was having a battle rap with. It doesn't even matter.
I've mostly been these weeks. I've mostly been listening to. I'm obviously still listening to Sleep Token's new album. And
what do you think? I've been meaning
Protection.
to ask you about that because what do you think of it?
I like it. It hasn't hit me as hard as Take Me Back to Eden did.
No.
But I love track 1, and then there's a track called Past Life, which it's a very hip hop track. It's fucking. I really love that track.
Because obviously
it's one of those albums where first listen, I was a couple of tracks now I like, but now it's getting to the point where the tracks I didn't really feel like I was into, I'm now really getting quite really into it.
Yeah.
And I'm putting a lot of it on in the car. It's not as heavy in bits as it is from Take Me Back to Eden. But I wasn't always looking for the heaviness in Sleep Token, to be fair.
That's what I kind of like, because again, like Granite always, like, you played me Granite, and I was like, this is fucking great.
Granite's a great track.
That's such a good, like, it's so R&B, but there's this wonderful, like, spine of metal going through.
Yeah.
And I really fucking liked it, and really didn't pay any more attention to it other than that, because I was just like, that's all I need. Like, if every other song's like that, don't give a fuck, I'll just listen to this one.
Yeah.
But then obviously their new album came out, and they released Caramel, which was their first single.
Indiana loves that song.
I liked it.
Indiana loves Caramel.
I genuinely really liked it.
As soon as we get in the car, she's like, "Can you put Caramel on?"
Yeah,
like,
great song.
Really good.
And it's because I didn't realise.
That's well R&B, some of that track as well. And then it goes like wild metal at the end, doesn't it?
Like the whole intro to it is just that kind of sort of plinky, plonky sort of like keyboard
xylophone almost, right?
And he's just so like fucking like crooning, and it's great. But obviously you start listening to the lyrics where he's talking about like getting fucking outed because obviously they're all in disguises and stuff. And I really didn't like, because I wasn't so into them, I'm not like fucking checking out their entire backstory.
No, likewise.
Joining fucking forums.
No,
or
I'm
anything
not.
Like that.
I'm not.
No, of course.
I do like their lore, their mythology they've built, but I'm not like.
Absolutely. I mean, they got
I wouldn't say I was an expert
got
in
a
it.
lot of shit for headlining Download.
No, yeah, they did, but everyone kept saying how great their fucking set was.
That's just fucking gatekeepers of metal.
Yeah, it is like, gatekeepers of metal, and everyone kept saying how great their fucking.
Yeah. They fucking sound. I'd go and see them live.
I'd love to
definitely
see them
go with you.
I would love to see them live. And their fucking set, their fucking stage set at the moment looks amazing.
Yeah, it's all like caves and like mountainous.
Really cool.
Like,
They've got the backup singers up there and shit.
Yeah, which is super.
Cool. Have you heard obviously the President band? It's Charlie Simpson, right?
It's Charlie Simpson.
I know they are. I know they unmasked in the second video. They unmasked him, and and it wasn't Charlie Simpson. But it is Charlie Simpson.
Yeah.
It fucking sounds. I've said it from the beginning. It sounds just like him.
I heard a snippet and I was just like, nah.
Yeah, I quite liked it, to be fair.
No,
I quite
fair,
enjoyed it.
that's
I
all
remember going to Ed's, and Ed was like, "Have you heard this President Band?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, I heard it. I was like, "Nah, gay." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I quite like that." Like, I'm like. Then he listened again and was like, "Actually, it's pretty good."
Yeah.
But I actually quite like the 2 tracks they released. But there was shots of him as Charlie Simpson, and then shots of him of the singer in disguise at Download.
Something about wristbands.
Matching his wristband. And also,
yeah.
it has to be someone famous, because this band got added quite high up on the Download bill before anyone had heard of them.
Before they've even released
nothing at all. They had a build-up of like 6 months of story before they even released a fucking song. Like, and then they've released 2 tracks. Like, played their gig. So it sounds like Charlie Simpson.
It's the classic sort of thing where it's like it's got that mysteriousness about it, where everyone's kind of slightly intrigued and they'll go and check it out.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some gunship involved in that as well, because obviously he was in the 2 main gunship members were in the band with Charlie Simpson before.
Yeah.
And then during the last Gunship album, Charlie Simpson's on one of their tracks.
Yeah.
It's a really good track. And I remember thinking...
I mean, he's a great singer.
I
just find his music very, very bland.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know any of his other music apart from the track he did with.
I've heard like people say it's like wannabe Deftones, but I'm just like,
I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. It's only because of the weird vocal effect. But that's just him trying to hide his voice because he thinks no one's going to recognise him. We do, Charlie Simpson. We do.
We acknowledge.
And the other album we listened to is more of an EP. Is that band I've been obsessed with? Sleep Token and House of Protection released their EP at last.
Yeah.
And I cannot stop listening to that fucking album. Indiana, Indiana fucking loves it.
You showed that to me, and I got slightly intrigued by them.
Yeah.
So
their new album is fucking awesome. It's really good.
I kept seeing their name about, and I checked them out, and it was Spirit Box. They're worth checking out.
Oh, I know Spirit Box. Yeah.
I only liked like the first song off their album. Have you been using the DJ on Spotify?
No, Ed has. And so honestly, it was probably a month before you mentioned it.
Yeah.
About a month before you mentioned it,
I didn't clock it.
Ed was like, "Oh, if you use the AI,
there's a black guy that tells me I've got great music."
He's like, "If you use the AI DJ on Spotify," and I was like, "I haven't even seen it off there. I haven't even seen it as a section on there."
Yeah.
And he put it on, and it was like, "Hey, yeah, we're going to kick things off with Chuck you've been loving recently," and then played some song from Wicked because obviously Willow listens to it.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was
pretty funny.
Yeah, I got what was it? Yeah, I'm gonna play it into the mic now and see what comes out.
Where'd you go to get it?
DJ X got your usual selection ready to go. First up, some music you've been coming back to. Gonna start with Fred again.
So, I don't like Fred again, but he has just released a track with Skepta, and it's fucking banging.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's that's literally it. You get like a little intro when you start this playlist.
And it goes between the tracks.
And it plays like, it might play like 5 songs, so like I'm gonna just skip through. Little Sims, Daniel Caesar I've been getting into.
Now I got Chance the Rapper kicking off a mix of 2010s jams just for you.
I mean, it does sound like Ice-T.
It does sound like Ice-T. It does sound like Ice-T.
So, I mean, how's that for a fucking throwback?
Do you know what? I've been meaning
to... Chance the Rapper, Cocoa Buttered Kisses.
I've been meaning to revisit that.
Fucking loved that.
I've been meaning to revisit that because I watched, the other week, again Across the Spider-Verse, the second film. Or was it the first? No, it's the first one. And when you see Miles...
No, it's into
No, I'm thinking of the first one. The first one's Into, the second one's Across. And in the first one, you see Miles Morales' room, and he has a Chance the Rapper poster on the wall. But the hat's got a different number on it. What was it before? 2 or 3? Yeah, and this one had 4 or 5 on it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I guess for copyright reasons.
No, just because it's meant to be alternative reality, isn't it? It's like a whole different...
that's it.
They probably I'm sure Chance the Rapper was well on board, but I watched it recently. It made me think, fuck, I need to revisit Chance the Rapper, and especially, Acid Rap was a fucking great fucking album.
Fucking amazing.
Great fucking album.
That was it even an album? I thought it was a mixtape.
Yeah, it could have been a mixtape.
Because it's like he fell off.
Now, it's not just looking there. It's on Spotify.
He fell off dramatically.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Yeah,
like, there was a lot. I think so. Like his kind of sort of rise was weird. So all of his music was being released for free.
Yeah.
But he was making money through the contracts that he had with like brands. So I think he was like he had an Apple, he was. That's how he was making his money and stuff. And then he released because all of this I just assumed was mixtapes. And then he released like an album, and the album was apparently just about like how much he loved his wife, and everyone was just like, "This is fucking shit, man!" Like talk about LSD and stuff, like. And it was just, but like he's very much like a god. He's into fucking God and being like religious. And
religion can ruin artists. Not all of them.
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 I mean, literally, like Blonded by Frank Ocean was a gospel album.
Yeah. Oh my god, Frank Ocean.
Still one of my favourite albums.
Yeah.
I'm desperate. I'm desperate for more Frank Ocean.
Yeah. What's he doing now?
Just living life, dude. So like the whole Frank Ocean thing's fucking wild because like he was in a.
God, I remember that first EP when I started working.
Nostalgia Ultra.
Yeah, when I first started working at that Hilfiger store, but it was a different Hilfiger store. It was like a trendy one that sold like
Covent Garden. No,
it was on Carnaby. It was on Carnaby Street.
That's where you met Trevor in that, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it let you, and it was one where it was them trying to do like streetwear essentially. So I was allowed to have my tattoos out. I was allowed to wear my Nikes. So it was a whole different thing. And I met this guy there.
That was around the time of beige chinos being a thing.
And I met this guy, Gabriel, who worked there. Fucking awesome dude. Fucking big fucking hench black guy. Awesome fucking flat top. Really into his hip hop. And all we'd do was talk about hip hop. And he was like, "Have you heard Frank Ocean?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "This is going to fucking change everything for you."
Yeah.
And he played me in the shop, Swim Good. And it just fucking blew me away.
It's amazing.
And the Nostalgia Ultra hadn't come out yet.
Nah.
So I only had that track. And
Yeah,
there was
'cause I think, like, Swim Good was, like,
there
the
was
first.
another track he'd released that fuck me good, fuck me hard, that one.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I can't remember what it was called, but that one was out as well. I've heard, yeah, Codeine or something like that. It was
Codeine?
It was a name of a thing, yeah. And then when Nostalgia Ultra came out, it just blew me the fuck away.
Oh
it
god!
Literally blew
the
me
first
away.
song off it, which is that Coldplay cover. Like, it's all like shit that you just wouldn't expect to be on there. Like, but then there is like some original sort of like samples and stuff like that. I know he got in trouble for recording over Hotel California by the Eagles.
Yep.
And they were looking for compensation of that, and it's just like, it's a mixtape. I'm not making any fucking money with this. He was, I mean,
and then it was like Channel Orange was the debut album.
Channel Orange was the debut.
And then you followed up with Blonde.
But this was the thing. During all of that, he was signed to a deal with Def Jam.
Yes.
And wanted to get out of it. But he had like a 3-album deal with them.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really getting like a lot of coverage, which is quite synonymous with Def Jam.
Yeah.
Because they did exactly the same thing to
with Logic, yeah.
And
you don't really hear about Def Jam much, do you? That was that was like
as much as
the
they
big
are
boys
like
on campus.
They are. I mean, that is like pioneer of hip-hop, renowned. And then, so like Frank Ocean was signed to them, wanted to get out of his deal, but couldn't. So he was just like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to write my third album then." And it was this album that was only available to stream.
Yeah.
And it was like an art video.
Yes.
And it was like, and then all of us, like, he finessed them something out of like. I'm saying that because that is the title of so many videos that I've seen. Like,
finesse
how
them.
Frank Ocean finessed Def Jam out of $20 million.
Yeah.
And it was literally just like he made this album. It was like, okay, well, that's my third album done. I'm out of this thing, and then released Blonded.
Right.
And it was just, but not on Def Jam.
It
was on either him. It was either I don't think it was a self-release, or it was with maybe Atlantic or something. But he fucking. I mean, Blonded's amazing.
Yeah. Took me a little bit longer to get into that one. There were a couple of tracks that landed straight away.
There's towards the end of that album is my favourite songs. White Ferrari, and there's a song called Siegfried, which is my absolute favourite fucking Frank Ocean song, and it's just great. But then it's all really nice and light, and like your drive around music, you know, like Nikes and Pink and White and fucking Control. I think.
Yeah, Control. Yes.
Self-Control is really good, but those last few songs on there is really fucking superb. Man.
God, I jump back on those.
But he's like, I mean, Frank Ocean's a fucking perfectionist, so like, he'll make some fucking stuff and then he'll easily wipe it because he doesn't think it's good.
Man,
and that's annoying.
When I was listening to our the old Dice Rollers recording, just playing on YouTube earlier, Stage Lights came on.
Love it.
And I was like, man, these verses are amazing. Chorus kicked in. Chorus is good. The recorded version is not good. It sounded fucking horrendous. flat, and also I've got really squeaky. I've got an effect on my voice.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
And it's really loud.
So it sounds like echoey.
So
as
no,
well.
not even.
Like,
It's just really loud. Me being behind your vocals, really high pitched, going stage lashes, and it sounds horrific. I'm just like, oh my god, why did I do that?
I've got fond memories of performing that song.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Because I
literally has the lyric in it, 28 years of age.
Yeah,
Bouncing
which
around on
is fucking,
stage.
like-
I forgot about my lyric when I'm like writing lyrics in a book, writing hooks to make, and it's and I say something like to make you tiptoe patter, serving my lyrics up on a platter to make your toes
like-
tiptoe patter. And I'm like, fuck, man,
It's great.
it's awesome.
And some of the stuff we fucking wrote was superb.
I've never had issues with any of the lyrics you've written. Apart from in the Shine Part 2 where I say you bite your bottom lip as I shine between your hips. That's the only lyric I've ever questioned. And to be fair, I questioned it at the time.
But that's the thing.
But I
about
said to
it.
myself,
It's
I'm allowed to do this.
yeah, no, it's like, that's, I think I think Pete might have said it to you at some point where we were talking about one of the days where we were recording with Pete.
Yeah. Which is always a good fucking day. Shout out to Peter Potter Kid. I'm sure you're listening.
Mate, let's try and fucking link with Pete.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
A full-on dice roller conversation.
Yeah.
Like we don't every
Yeah.
episode. But it was just sort of like we were saying that we were hesitant about writing certain lyrics, and it was just like, no, you've got to be arrogant.
Yeah.
Like, arrogance comes with this. Like,
You're always more arrogant than me in your lyrics.
Do you reckon?
Oh, big.
Because I held
man.
back.
Oh man, you were very not very arrogant, but I was even in that. Just being honest, you talk about how you write lyrics and how you attack beats, but the way you say it is like you refer to yourself as being a sick rapper and all this stuff, and like
I think
whereas I never did anything like that. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think out of everything, because that was like such a solo song, and it was like it was quite fucking personal. So I was just like, I'm gonna fucking go all in on this. There's I think my favourite line in that song is there's a bit where it's just like I am all seeing but not all knowing.
Yes.
I am all seeing, which is a reference to the all seeing
guys. But
I am all seeing but not all knowing. I'm up
Shit's Creek, but if you're going through hell, keep going.
Yeah, that's my favourite bit.
That's my favourite bit. It's my favourite bit as well. And I was waiting for it.
I'm up Shit's Creek, but I'm still rowing.
Yeah. If you're going through shit, keep going.
That's it.
Great fucking line. Yeah, I do like that a lot.
That was stolen from a street song as well. But like before, it was one of the lesser popular. It was after fucking Grand Don't Come for Free and all of that, and it was just like they had a song, and it was the whole chorus was like, if you're going through hell, keep going. I fucking.
So I was listening to a track the other day, and it might have even been that President Band, and he rhymes a lot of words that with obvious words, and there was one where he was like, it's a very good line, and I can really relate to it for certain reasons, where he says, you were a fantasy. Oh, I like to believe in a fantasy like that. And it was like, you were a fable I could love, but then it was like sent down from heaven, sent to earth from heaven above. And I was like, to me, I was like, if I was writing that, I would be like, I can't rhyme those words together. It's too easy.
Is it easy
too
or
obvious? Yeah, both. It's both. Like, and that would really.
If you were saying that for the first time, do you feel like someone would probably complete that? Like they'd be singing, I know what's coming.
Yeah, and I hate that, and I never liked really people to know what lyric was coming next. So I try to be a bit more inventive with it. But recently, because I've been kind of writing new stuff for Stars Not Birds, and not that I've got any beats, but I've been writing a lot of just hip hop lyrics and shit. I've been writing a lot more recently. I've got a whole new bunch of lyrics on my phone. I've just been writing a lot, and I've kind of lessened on that approach a little bit more. I've been less harsh on myself. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? If that's what I want to write, that's what I want to write. If that's what it's meant to be,
less holding yourself back.
If that's what the narrative is meant to be, and that's the word I want to use, but I'm scared to use it because I'm worried people are going to point out that I've rhymed two easy words together. I need to not give a shit and just do it. Like, and I've been a bit easier on myself in that respect.
I always thought that you. In Dice Rollers, I thought you were very good at kind of sort of like not giving. You were definitely better at kind of. I don't even know how to fucking like phrase it. Your lyrics weren't so obvious.
No, yeah, and I like that.
Which I thought was that's something I always struggled with.
It's like I always approach
like writing songs like oh, I need to make sure like it's the most obvious fucking thing that I'm saying, because I can't like if someone's just like, what are you like?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because of how I look at lyrics from other people. I'm just like, I don't really understand what they're saying. It's cool, but like I always just like, I need to be so bluntly fucking obvious with what I'm trying to fucking say.
So in one of the new Stars Not Birds songs, one of my favourite lines I've written on there is, here we go, where I'm like, push your voice aside to hear the whisper between the lines, hiding in the shadow of the light cast by the divines, alignment of knives point to a time where we were still united, still clear-sighted, gunning for the sun in the thunder and lightning. I love that fucking
That's good.
line.
That's fucking great.
Love that fucking line. I say?
I will say, like I think one of the most proudest fucking things I've written for was a Stars Not Bird one, which is my feature on
Flashlights.
Flashlights. I'm so
This is out on the way here today. I found
I'm
it a bit of a hole.
so fucking proud of those verses.
Yeah, because technically, even though it's a Stars Not Birds song, it's your 90% of that song's you.
Yeah.
Because there's like, you do a long verse at the start, then I do quite a small verse.
You do.
Then
you do chorus and verse.
I do a weird sort of chorus you only hear probably once. Where I'm like,
it's like a weird, like, early bridge.
Yeah.
Like...
Then it goes into the interlude,
yeah,
which is one of my favourite bits on that whole fucking album.
Yeah,
where it breaks down with me and Rob singing, and Rob does those cool backing vocals, and then it builds up, and then it goes straight back into you again.
Yeah. The second verse.
Yeah.
I listen to it now. I still love it. I do wish I'd recorded it again.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd record that again in a fucking heart.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm just like, it's so like there's no. It had been so long since I'd recorded a song that I'd forgotten how to record, and it was just like, this isn't a live gig where you can fucking purvey your emotion.
Yeah.
It's so lacking emotion. And
Which is interesting. I don't think it lacks emotion, but it's interesting you say that, because I was saying the other day how I listened to "Send Me to My Grave" because I'm going through the SoundCloud rabbit hole. "Send Me to My Grave" came on, and I was saying to Brooke, I was just like, oh, this song, like, we had this recorded and it was just a pretty chill standard song, but doing it live, it was a completely different thing. I was like, we cut it shorter, so we were more aggressive in it. It's the only song we usually would stand still for and put the mics back in the stand.
Yeah.
Because it had that feel to it, and it built up and up and up, and it got so like rowdy towards the end.
Yeah,
like that interlude where we built up so big, and we tried to re-record it to capture. We did the same as Summertime. We re-recorded Summertime and "Send Me to My Grave" to try and capture how it sounds live.
Yeah,
and it just didn't. It actually probably sounded less than the original.
It was so fucking forced. Like,
it just sounded less than the original. Yeah.
I always enjoyed when we did it live. I really enjoyed singing the chorus.
Oh yeah, fucking.
It was so bluesy, and it's like such it was a really fun. Like that was always a highlight. So this is the Dice Rollers episode.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna. The plan is we're going to grab a couple of drinks and we're going to order a pizza and we're going to go sit over in the park by the lake and we're going to have a little zoo, and then we'll probably talk more all-seeing guys when we're sat there.
Lovely.
So that's the plan.
Ladybird currently approaching the microphone.
Where I sat in the same place the other week with that pizza by the lake. So many ladybirds. I found really? So many on me.
One literally right on top of the microphone.
I found one. I found one in my t-shirt. Like, it was well in there. I'm gonna get a picture of that ladybird.
He doesn't know what he doesn't know where he's going.
Right. See you shortly. We'll talk to you shortly. Bye. Yo, so the Zoom mic ran out of battery, which is a shame.
We didn't.
So we're actually recording on the phone, so this might sound a bit shit. We're sat by, what is it now? It's almost 4:45.
Is it fucking really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We're sat by a lovely lake.
We are.
We've got some cans. And we stopped and got pizza as well.
Oh, it was good. It was excellent recommendation.
We went to Pizzaholics just over the bridge in Kingston. I pre-ordered it, went and got some cans, went and picked it up, and we've come over here to this lovely little park. Where are we? Is this Bushy Park?
This is this is like the arse side of Hampton Court, isn't it?
We're in the arse side of Hampton Court.
Yeah.
And we're sat by a lovely lake. We smoked a little soup, had a beer, and I think we've been sat here about an hour already.
Pissed on a tree a couple of
There's
times.
a tree next to us that's like hollowed out, and we've pissed in that a couple of times.
It looks like all of the inside of it is like burnt out, so either someone caught fire to it,
struck by lightning or something.
Yeah, or struck by lightning.
But yeah.
Cool. But we've just absolutely desecrated it by pissing on it.
We
about
have.
4 times.
We've been to so we went to we've been threatening for ages on the podcast to go test out a new pizza place. Threatening. We have been threatening. And
Well, it happened.
And we went, Pizzaholics, man, really nice. To be fair, I did have one last week and sat right here and ate it. That's why I suggested it this time.
Yeah.
But Joe, as the pizza connoisseur and maker you are, how did you feel this one went down?
That's putting a big title on me.
And you're welcome.
Yeah. No, I'm not grateful.
Mr. Sandwich Maker, Pizza Maker.
I haven't made pizzas in ages, man.
Yeah, you still made them.
Yeah, I still made them.
Okay, so as a man who formerly made pizzas,
I mean, that is way above any of my standard. That is delicious.
it was good pizza,
Like a
good
nice,
sauce.
like, Neapolitan base.
Yeah.
A nice herby sauce.
Ooh, herby sauce, sexy.
Good toppings. It was fucking banging, delicious.
Yeah,
I'll eat
recommended.
that again in a heartbeat.
It might be a bit breezy here because because it's windy, because it's breezy. That's why.
We've also been joined by crows.
We have been joined by crows. Nature. It's because I fed one earlier.
He did, and now that one has a locked jaw.
Yeah, it looks like. He's
just-
fucked. I've killed a crow
He
since
hasn't
we've
killed
been
a crow.
here.
It's still alive, but its mouth is a gasp.
I've almost killed a crow. It's going to struggle to breathe.
He's just choking on that bit of pizza that you
Maybe. I mean, it was a small, big enough to choke on, probably.
How do you perform the Heimlich maneuver on a crow?
Just punch it in the chest, punch it in the
That's how you
tits,
kill it.
punch it in the tits. No, they're carring at a twisty tree. Oh, he's having there's a crow off, guys. We've got a crow off.
Bit of a crow fight going on.
Maybe crow mating is going to occur.
There's another one who's just joined the.
Yeah, he's here to watch all the there's loads of crows arriving. What's happening? Bear crows arriving,
What
fam.
have you done?
Bear crows, not actual bear crows, but crows in numbers. Wow, there's like 4 or 5 going on over here.
Yeah,
Gee, I can hear more. There's one up there, still on the wall.
We have been informed of some pizza.
Yeah, what's going on? You fed our brethren. What's going on?
They're clearing off.
They are clearing off,
Alright,
but they're still
safe.
they're still in the little group.
Yeah, it is a gang of crows. What do you call a group of crows?
Murder.
Oh,
Oh fuck, that's not good for us, man. That doesn't bode well for us.
Murder some crows.
Fucking murder of crows. We're gonna get murdered.
Fuck, that totally makes me.
Gay.
No. I now understand that one
Incubus album.
Yeah. Crow left of the murder.
Yeah.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah. Or as me and Chris like to call it, Crow left of the shit album.
Oh yes, I mean it's true.
We're not happy about
Which unfortunately I thought was going to be a return to science.
that.
Because it was the bass player from the Roots joined, didn't he, for that album?
I think so.
And I was like, oh man, they're going to go back to like some fucking cool science,
Like,
hip hoppy's fucking
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and they did not.
No, they did not.
No.
They made diluted Morning View.
Yes.
It wasn't good.
No, it was not good.
You're right.
Yeah, I was just trying to get more comfortable.
I like that when you say that because that does not look like a comfortable.
No, this is how I sit, man. I used to get told off at school all the time. We have to sit cross-legged, and I hated it. I used to sit like this. I look like Lieutenant Dan, basically. It looks like I've got no
It
legs.
is. You look like a skater who has failed a trick.
I used to be able to tuck my legs behind and I can't do it now. It hurts too much. I'm going to try and do it.
It interests me that you say that because your ankles are pointing outwards. And
Yeah,
I thought that would be the.
I used to tuck them in and lean back, and I
That
proper
might-
looked like
that
I
might
had no
slightly
legs.
seem more comfortable than this.
No,
you are pointing in various directions.
No, this is good. I'm comfortable. I'm happy with this.
Well, then I will not continue to judge it.
10 years of All Seeing Guys, Joe.
Yeah.
It's hard to say this because we're not going to know the name of the
Are you
number.
quitting?
We're not going to. No, we're not going to know the name.
So this is it.
I mean, it's a hard
You're going
question
to end
to
on a
ask.
really obscure number,
it's
like
a hard-
249.
It's a hard question to ask, but I was like, because we won't know the title or the episode number.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if there was like a standout episode for you over the last 10 years.
What, like a favourite?
Well, yeah, I guess along those lines. Along the lines of necessarily one that sticks in your mind. Like, obviously for me, and I'm taking the obvious answer here, the Fighting Cocks one, episode 18, 19.
Yeah, no.
I
fair
remember,
enough. Yeah,
I
the
remember
Fighting Cocks
that
one was a big one.
That one sticks out, and then we did then I released the bonus episode, which was the full unedited interview of Callum at the Cocks, and that was just insane.
That was fucking bonkers.
Madness,
That was,
absolute madness.
It was if there was ever anyone harder to pin down, it was Callum.
Yeah. And hence we did it in the
great.
pub.
It was really, really great, but it was just like we ended up so fucking drunk when we didn't want to be.
Yes. I had stock take the next day.
You had stock take the next day.
I
You stayed
overslept.
at mine, and you overslept at mine.
Yep.
And I remember you waking me up at about 5:30, and you'd be like, "How do I get out of your house?"
Yeah. I was
like,
fucked.
We're at my house.
Yeah. I was a mess that night.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Because we both we left the pub at like 12:30 in the evening, morning, if you will.
Yeah.
And both of us were like walking back to mine, just like, we are going to regret tomorrow. So
there was a photo of me with like a fucking basket on my head,
like a hamster
like a cage on my head at some point. I used that for seeing guys promo artwork. I remember.
I remember that. That was good.
That went on.
Yeah, no, like the fighting cocks one, because there was. I liked that we got like a bit of every bar member.
Yes, yeah, we did. Yeah, little sit down with every one of them.
We had a good like moment with Ellie at the bar.
Yes, good
porn.
porn.
And the porn mag.
Yeah.
And obviously Ellie, who came back for the porn. I think the porn episode does stand out quite a lot. Only because. Still to this day, every now and again, I'll get a notification of someone liking that episode.
Always an Indian guy.
It's always an Indian
Not being
guy.
racist, but it's always an Indian guy.
Fact.
Observation.
It's just sheer fact. And it is just obviously like they're looking for porn in the places where like porn wouldn't exist.
Yes.
And they're finding our episode and they're just liking it.
Yeah.
But that was the porn episode was a good one. The 1 year anniversary, I always have a fond memory of. How fucking hammered we were.
Yep. The Tom one, I like when Tom came on as well. Tom Snape.
Yeah, Tom was a great.
And we
guest.
talked about like prepping, didn't we?
Because he had a couple of people coming in.
Yeah. He knew
a couple of preppers. Yeah. It's been pretty solid, man.
And I guess also like obviously a lot of the listeners we've met over the years, and obviously like the Mara and Stu, fucking also meeting like Tom and fucking Ant, like just the people you've met. Gaz, Sam, like the people you just met through doing it, but
we are still like in contact with.
For sure, yeah.
Like we've
Ashley as well.
We've got I genuinely never thought I would meet like Sam or Gaz.
Yeah. We still don't met Gaz.
Yeah, no, still got to tick that box.
No.
But fucking meeting. I loved it. When we met Sam in London, and we were sort of like walking to a pub. And one of the first things he said to me was just like, "So is this weird for you as it is for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is really fucking weird because it's just like you just never think that you'd actually meet this person."
Because the podcast's 10 years old, it means we've been chatting to Gaz and Sam for 10 years.
10 years.
It's been a decade of friendship. I mean, you've met him once. I've met Sam twice now.
Yeah. Because you met him at the
convention. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just like
that's mad. That is crazy. 10 years. Fuck.
Such a
decade.
Bizarre fucking thing. And even going further back and like. People like fucking George Grimwood.
Yeah, George Grimwood. This shite podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking
Jesus. That
Sindel.
Really,
Fucking C1. Fucking Rap Boy, whatever it's called. Like. Fucking hell, man. And they like ran with the Harry Bone thing so hard.
Yeah,
like,
so much. Like it's fucking insane.
Davy and Dent. Yeah.
Man, it's just so. What the fuck is that thing going past there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a bird.
Yeah, it looked like. Oh, it's in a fight.
It was
a big old fight. You can't see nothing. This is terrible.
Yeah, sorry, we're describing what we see sat here by this lovely lake.
Dragonfly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like fucking hell, we have met a lot of great people who are still like, some are not.
Some of them we haven't even met, just spoken to.
We haven't. Like I still haven't met Davian.
Haven't you? Right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
that was a long time ago. I met him now. Fuck.
Yeah, it was in the Cox though.
Yeah.
With George as well.
With George Grimwood, yeah.
It was.
He used to run the Podnose network, which I think still goes on, actually.
Well, we've still got it at the end of our episodes.
No, I took it off ages ago.
Oh, did you?
Oh, years ago I took it off.
I swear
Ends of Marin.
Yes, sorry, no, you are right, yeah.
Ends of Marin, but I took the pod. Even though the Podnose thing made it sound way more official, I did take it off after a while because I was like, well, I'm not putting on there. Like, and I think it's
free advertisement.
I had to fucking.
Man, even beyond that, like all the fucking bands that have like sent us shit. Like so many, like, and not just like Kingston bands, like people outside of that as well. We played music on.
Yeah.
Quite the network of people we've
been
all this 10 years of fucking bullshit.
Bit of a ride of just sitting around talking crap.
Just so much fucking crap.
I think one of the big, not turning points, but one of the
turn-ons.
Turn-ons. I mean, when we first started doing it, yeah, it was crazy and exciting. But I think it was more like it became more. I think it changed a bit during COVID in a good way, in the sense that literally just kept. That was like our social life, right? It was just podcasting. I'm so glad I drove to yours and gave you the fucking Zoom mic.
Oh my god, yeah.
Before fucking lockdown kicked in.
Yeah, it was. I didn't want to fucking end it.
No, we weren't going to end it. We just didn't know what we were going to do, did we?
It was like, just like, well, hang on, let's figure this out, and let's get a plan involved here.
Yeah.
And it came through, and it all.
And that was the norm for the last few years, which is crazy.
It's the only way we pretty much do it now.
Because when I was listening to Dice Wars on YouTube earlier, and the last album, the ideas came on, and I was like, fuck, man, 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And that was like, we were recording before lockdown, but we put out during.
Yeah, that's right.
Lockdown.
Yeah, and that was really why we've still, I don't think ever. No, we have performed off of that.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we didn't do. We did. Yeah, we only did the ride, I think, of that. We definitely didn't do Whiskey Funk.
I think we did Shatter Don't Break as well.
I don't think we did. We were going to. I don't think we did it. Because I remember if I hear it now, and I'm always like, me and Joe would have to switch in the chorus because I would just finish my verse and wouldn't be able to go straight into
we've always figured out shit like that before. That's fine.
Like, so I knew we had to switch the verse, and I think about that a lot. And I know that's why we hadn't done it live before. I think we only did the ride when we did, and Brace for Impact.
Yeah, Brace for Impact. We
did those two live.
Yeah.
And the other ones, we were going to do because we were meant to do a gig, but it got cancelled because of lockdown.
It did, yeah.
And we were going to do Whiskey Funk.
Yeah, John from Models.
Yeah, we were going to do Whiskey Funk on there.
We were.
Oh, good old Whiskey Funk. Fucking hell. Maybe with shits and giggles, I remember I'll throw that on the end of this track. It's definitely been played on a episode before, but maybe I'll throw Whiskey Funk on this episode for a piss take.
Would you do a gig again?
I feel like there's one we still need to do. I don't think it's going to happen, or we're going to be asked to do it. I don't think I could anymore, but I would like to do one I feel like if there was come do one more gig, but it'd have to be with Model Citizens, Earthtide.
It'd have to be Earthtide, definitely.
I mean a group of them. It'd have to be with those lot.
I wouldn't want to be just chucked on some random fucking.
No. It'd have to be with Earthtide, Model Citizens, or anyone else. Yeah, for sure.
Because I've thought about it, and I'm just like, there is no part of me that can see myself doing that again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
Yeah. I feel like I try and think back to songs, and before I could do songs without a backing fucking record in my head.
Yeah.
And I knew it, and I just can't fucking do it anymore.
No.
But it's been a long fucking time.
It has been a long time.
Our last gig was what, 2020?
Yeah, probably.
So about 6 years.
Yeah.
The Rolling Stones have played more gigs than us in that time. I'm not saying we're the Rolling Stones.
No, you're not.
But yeah.
It's like Rob would always talk about how we would do Stars Not Birds live, and I just couldn't really get my head around how we would do it.
Then
he was like, we would just do an acoustic variation, but it would be with a beat and acoustic. And I'm like, I don't know. But then, to be fair, after watching his musical, I was like, actually, we probably could do it that way. Yeah. There would have to be an element.
I mean, I feel like Rob is a good person to have in that circumstance.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got he's got an ear for these things, and he knows how to kind of sort of.
He'd be able.
Shit! That fucking wasp is killing that shit.
What wasp?
There's a wasp down here just killing a fucking green insect.
Is there? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's behind the cans.
Oh, nature.
Oh, it's raping it.
Yeah, it's proper.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
They're flying up the can.
Like a grasshopper or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, that is looking a bit rapey, if I'm being honest. He is behind him.
He is behind him.
That's a bit rapey.
You get raped in the front as well, man.
Let's put it there. But he's not at the front, he's at the back.
He's just consuming his fucking head.
Something's going on there.
That's great. Nature.
That's wonderful.
Nature is awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, as I said, sorry, Rob, I feel like is a good person because he has, as well as a vision, he's got an ear for how sort of things.
Yeah, he could translate the song.
Yeah.
Right
That's a rare thing to fucking have.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So I could. So I'm now. He said it to me a couple of years ago, and I was like, I don't know, Rob. I don't know if we could do it live, that way. But after watching his play last month,
Yeah.
I At These Musical, I am very much like, I don't know, maybe we could do it. I don't know, maybe there's something could be done there. So I'm,
Yeah, I don't know.
he's obviously busy with his musical now, but I will approach him with that one and be like, maybe we could look at doing that.
Yeah.
But I would need some sort of voice thing for some of the tracks. I would just sound shit otherwise.
Travis Scott auto
Oh,
tune.
not really auto-tune, but even just a little bit of echo. I need something, even a little bit of echo or something. Like I need something.
I mean,
to
effects
go
can
on.
be. Oh my
Do you remember when
he's fucking taken off the rest of that corpse.
Fuck, he's flying with it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's flying around with the corpse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's dark.
There's a reference to the what? Oh my god, the legs are still on the side of the can.
Oh my god, wow, this blew away in the wind.
Jesus.
We just witnessed a murder, not of crows.
Full on. He did it.
Him, officer, you snitch.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to
The
say.
O.J. Simpson of
You know, O.J. Simpson away, just drove off on a fucking white fucking. What was the car?
On a white Bronco.
yeah. I forgot what I was going to say then. It was relevant.
Oh.
It was relevant, but it doesn't matter. We got distracted by.
We got distracted by nature.
Yeah, we got distracted by nature, which is a good thing to have. A good thing to be distracted by.
Yeah.
It's quite breezy. I'm sure the phone's picking up. I'm just watching how quickly this lake's moving in front of us. The lake's move. Is it a lake? Would you class this as a lake? What else would you call it? A reservoir? A body of water? It's not. It's not a river because it stops there.
I feel like it's too small.
It's
to be
not a
lake,
river.
but too big to be a pond.
Yeah, it's not a river because it stops there.
Yeah.
So and it
Rivers
stops
are
down
a
there.
flowing body of water.
Usually you do get a lot of deer in here. I'm not seeing it at the moment, but they do appear later on.
Yeah. There's a lovely murder of crows hanging around.
And they said about, oh yeah, they're all over there kicking it by the wall.
I
Damn.
mentioned it in the previous episode, but the pigeons got back into the house the other day as well.
Oh shit! What do they do? Kick up a storm?
No, I think they're trying to build a nest inside on our hallway, so we have to now shut the window. But the other neighbours didn't realise, so they reopened it, and the fucking pigeons got it back in.
Well, obviously not listening to the podcast. Your neighbours,
that's what
are
I'm
they?
dealing with now.
Obviously not
10 years
listening.
ago, my only problem was the rum running out, and now I've got pigeon issues.
It's also what day is it today? So it's the 24th. So 24th of
Tuesday.
June. So today, the Funfair episode came out today.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we talked about it earlier, Ed, didn't we? Yeah. New episode out. You know what? It's been out for 2 weeks, guys. I'm not even going to promote an episode that's already come out. As you can tell, I'm more intoxicated than I was earlier on in the podcast.
I can honestly say that I am pissed.
Yeah, it's pissed. A little zoo. Fucking a bit of pizza in us. Fucking. Fucking.
It's like old times.
Fucking tuck that in. I know there's been no geese chopping or anything. It's because we literally recorded Sunday.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I have been sent one since then, but I'll hold on to that. I think Marin might have sent it. I could be wrong. I can't remember who sent it. But we have none to share at the moment. So there's been no segments today. It's just been a bit of a ride out and about with Greg and Joe.
This is what conversations are like for us outside of the podcast. It's exactly the same as the podcast.
It was good to have Ed on earlier. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, a nice return. I guess.
I guess.
No, sorry, not I guess. I guess I'll include him in the artwork. I haven't drawn Ed in a while.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to just ask. You should literally draw us three. I don't know how you'd do it. Somehow in that little shed we were recording in the Druid's Head.
Yeah.
Well, so when the first couple of recordings at the Druid's Head, we were sat in the beer garden. They've got a Beaver Town like little wooden huts.
Yeah.
So the first bit we sat at the table, me and Joe. When Ed came, we moved into there. It's where we recorded with Reese when he came back for the second episode. And works out as a little mini makeshift wooden recording studio.
Ideal, wouldn't it? A bit rickety.
A little bit rickety, well, not too noisy. I remember being more rickety before.
God, I remember that day as well. We got pissed in there and then ended up in the Cox.
Yeah, of course we did. We were meeting Reese. Of course we got pissed up in there.
I mean, of course we're going to go to the Cox.
Been a while. I've not been there for long. I actually saw...
I've not been there in forever.
I went to the Boat Was In the other day and Jacko was there.
Oh, were you?
Gave him a little wave. All right, Jacko.
I passed him in an alleyway not too long ago.
Oh, how'd that go for you? Finger you?
Jacko is still the one person that we've never had on this podcast.
But should have,
But
yeah.
we should have.
And because he had a podcast with Jack that they used our mic to record with.
Yeah, they did.
Like...
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, it's not kind of Before we wrap up, I saw a sketch earlier on. I mean, you might have seen it. I think it was on Instagram, and it was like a pest control guy showing up to this guy's flat, and a guy coming home, and the pest control guy's already at his flat, and he's like, "Have you figured out what the noise is?" I'm afraid I have, mate. It's not good news. And he's like, "Oh, what is it?" And he's like, "You've got podcasters." And he's like, "What?" And he pulls this curtain back, and there's just two guys crouched down on the floor, around a mic with headphones on, just chatting away.
Fucking great. I saw, I think I saw a tweet or like a meme the other day that was like, someone saying, men should be taxed if they men should be taxed for like podcasting reasons the same as women are taxed for their like menstruational like equipment. And it's just like, yeah, fair enough.
Well, it is a bit of a joke now, isn't it? You know,
I mean,
that's one of the biggest changes.
I don't take offence to it because we are not what the joke is pointed at.
No, but
we're not like we have never ever been like a male podcast.
No. But
it's
it's also the fact that when podcasting started 10 years ago, when we started the show 10 years ago, how often did you have to explain to somebody what a podcast was? Like, it was a lot.
I kind of made it my decision not to tell people.
Right, okay. But when we started the podcast and we were sharing it on Facebook and people were seeing it and stuff,
like
people
you were way more confident about telling people.
So many people would ask, "What is it?"
Yeah.
Because it was such a new thing, and now 10 years later, it's almost like it's become this whole other beast. We've still stuck to our fucking grassroots, and it's still just us talking shit into a mic. Whereas now it is made usually for money gaining and business purposes. Hence, every actor now has a fucking podcast.
Imagine if we'd gone for the incel demographic.
Yeah. Oh my god, we still time.
We still got time. I'd rather not.
Still time.
I would rather not. And if we were going for that demographic, I'd hope it was for like a long joke. It was for like a real. It was like a long.
Playing the long game. Yeah, there's been. I think at one point, like I think even Sam the other week suggested me and him should do a Star Wars one, and I was like, yeah, but we just didn't get loads of dickheads. Calling us out.
I've definitely had a side conversation with Sam about potentially doing like a podcast about wrestling.
Yeah, obviously, what's he up to here, Sam? You're trying to sneak in between us. What the fuck is this?
That's all right. He's got things that he's got in common with you. And he's got things that he's got in common with me.
So you approach Jack about doing a podcast. Gaz, well, they've already done that, I guess.
It was good. No, I think we were going to talk about like retro fucking, or like I think we were going to like the Channel 4 era.
Right, yeah.
Which was only about 2 years, so it would be a very short,
straight through it. Right, you know what, guys? I'm going to say it kind of brings us probably to the end of this episode.
Whatever this is.
Whatever this episode's been, I've not edited it yet, so hopefully it's audible. And we've been sat here talking into my phone for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's going to sound like.
This whole episode is going to be 2 hours of drunken rambling.
It's just going to be rambling. A return to top form.
Grassroots.
It's been a lot of fun though. I've enjoyed this day, and we should do shit like this more often.
We should do shit
like this more often when we can talk.
We should get incoherent.
Yes, we should be incoherent for a podcast more often. That makes way more sense. But yeah, fuck yeah, guys! I've really enjoyed this. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with a less interesting episode. I'm only joking. I'm sure it'll be something special.
Yeah, it'd be great.
We'll see. But thanks for sticking with us 10 years. It's been an amazing ride in this fucking... I can't believe it's been 10 years. It's insane. That's mad. I don't think I've ever dedicated myself to anything as long as this.
I will be concerned if we make it to 20 years.
Be concerned if we do or we don't?
Do.
Oh, do. I mean, if one of us is dead, I don't know, that'd be a shock.
Be a very weird... Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming if one of us dies...
I just got AI to replace you.
You're going to... At some point, I'm going to have to get all the passwords just in case you die before me.
And
I can release the posthumous episode of all my favourite things that Greg ever does.
Yeah, and I'm joined by AI Joe. Guys, thanks for listening. We're back in a couple of weeks. Everyone fucking be awesome. Thanks for listening. Go fuck yourselves. We love you.
Thank you very much.
You know what? Make it easy for Joe and not do an end. But actually, I've been Greg. Pizza by the Blake Armstrong. That was shit. It was shit. I forgot everything we talked about.
Yeah.
On the mic.
What's been going on? I don't know. We've been talking about
Greg, Pizzaholics Armstrong.
We've just been talking about dice rollers.
Go for Joe Woodfry Jackson. I'm just reading the pizza box in front of us. I've been Greg, Pizzaholics Armstrong.
I am Joe, fired by Wood Armstrong.
He's got his own name wrong.
Yeah.
Only got whiskey in the glass. The pints got me tipsy and that time has passed. Brim hit my lips, tight on my grip. My eyes go wide, I'm in for the night. Crack that ice. The booze got me acting both naughty and nice. I realise that I'm sorry my words and my rhythms are blurred. Like a curd till not a shallow whiskey for walking through that door.
Head to the lav, missing up the gaff. Is this the right box? I need a sat nav. Now I'm at the bar to get another tickle. You can find me near the music, chatting, dance in the middle. I might be smashed off my tits. I'm gonna take it to the bridge like James Brown did. Get up, get on up. Now here comes the whiskey funk. Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk. Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk. Stumbling down the street, my jeans on my feet. Imagine if I drank my whiskey neat. But right now all I want is chips and meat. I'm gonna see those boys down on Eden Street. Oh damn, this chili sauce is raging as the colour in my face fades and changes. Count the remains of this month's wages before I throw up all over the pavement.
I can't quit. I just do one more hit. The whiskey serpent's got me bit. Excuse me, barkeep. One more round for my peeps, said, sir. Please take a seat. Come on, mate. Stop causing a fuss. What's to discuss? You're ruining my buzz. Now give me the drink that I love. He said, mate, this is a fucking bus. Oh.
Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk. Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk. Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk. Only came for one, but now I'm done. I got whiskey drunk. I got it, I don't flaunt it. I got whiskey funk.
You've been listening to The All-Seeing Guys with Greg and Joe, where Greg probably had some kind of list, and Joe most likely went for a piss 5 minutes before the end. If you hear this, it means that Greg hasn't sorted an outro yet. So maybe just imagine some music here, because honestly, that's all I actually wanted. Okay, bye.